Hi everyone, it's Keely here for Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for today's soap making video. Today we're going to go and have a look at how I make pineapple magic. Let's go. Okay, so we are going for a bit of a pineapple theme today. As you can see, we've got pineapple sleeves, my pineapple apron and my hat, which have all been sent to me by one of my lovely patrons who has asked to remain unnamed, but thank you so much, greatly appreciated. These sleeves are just not something I've seen in Australia, and they are just so useful and so comfortable, and they really do protect my arms, and I'm looking forward to using them in winter because they'll keep me nice and warm. Going along with this whole pineapple theme, we have some little pineapple embeds which I've made with my soap dough, and I have this beautiful fragrance oil called Pineapple Magic, which I will tell you a little bit more about in just a moment once we've mixed our lye water with our oils. Okay, so the first thing we're going to break our main batter off for, we have a little bit of mocha mica, and I literally want just a small amount. And then into this one I have some chartreuse mica, and we'll go, yeah, about there. It's all guesswork. A lot of people ask, how do you know how much to pour off? Unless you're actually creating a design where you know exactly how thick you want your layers and things like that, and then you start measuring them. It is a lot of, for me, just eyeballing. On the occasion when I do like a rainbow soap and I want all my layers to be even, that is when I will measure off how much soap that I need for each level. So we've got that stick blended in, and I'll give it a good mix in a moment. We're going to start getting that fragrance in. It has got a slight pinkish tinge to this fragrance, but it says that there's no vanillin, so hopefully we won't get a discoloring on it. It says it's got notes of pineapple, some green pear, toasted coconut, blood orange, caramel and tonka bean, and I think it's that tonka bean that I like the most in this fragrance. I'm just checking, it almost has like a ricey sort of look, but I can't see anything, but it certainly doesn't look, I don't know, it's got a really weird texture. I hope it's not going to be one that moves on me real quick. I am going to give that a bit of a stick blend. Yeah, there's a little bit of ricing in there, which is quite funny because there is a review on there saying that person didn't experience any ricing. But you know what? All of our recipes behave differently, and also the temperature we soap at and things like that. So obviously my recipe likes to rice. Let's get it all mixed in. Does smell absolutely amazing, and that's actually looking better. It's just got that funny sort of texture when you just know that there's something not quite right. It is moving fast on me as well. In fact, it's moving very fast. Let's get that brown into the green. I don't want to save any of that back. We're going to grab our mold, and I'm going to pour this, hopefully, give it a bit of a stir just to get that colour moving. I'm going to pour this into the bottom, and the idea is I want that to look like the rind of a pineapple, you know, the green and brown outside part, usually up towards the top part of the pineapple. Let's get that poured in. It might be thickening and it might be misbehaving for me, but it actually is still staying workable, which is good. It's not seizing on me, but it also means that this layer will set up nicely. Okay, so now we've got that naughty bit done. Let's move on to the next naughty bit. So in here, what we're going to do is actually split them off for the colour. Might do a bit of hand mixing on this colour. We're going to do, this one was one called Deep Yellow. Let's go about there. And this one was called Canary Yellow. They are actually from a company, I don't actually buy from very much because I really wasn't very happy with their micas. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully they behave this time, especially since we've got a naughty fragrance. We're going to go titanium dioxide in that one. We're going to mix these yellows first by hand just to get that mica as dispersed as possible. I like to blend my colors with the stick blender first because I just find that it emulsifies it through the soap better. If I don't stick blend it first, I tend to find I get clumps of color if I'm not careful, or an uneven mix of colors. But because this one is, and it needs to be stick blended to get that ricing out and accelerates, I'm going to mix my color first, then put the stick blender through it and hopefully get that little bit of extra work time. And then we'll keep this real simple. We'll probably do a in the pot swirl and then straight into that mold, just so we're not messing around too much. So we've got that one done. I think we're definitely using the true clip-plop method today. Do you know what? It has been such a long time since I have had a soap like this. This one's very naughty. Very, very naughty. It's actually even got a funny texture to it as I'm doing this now. I don't know what it is. I usually put 2% sodium lactate into my lye water just to help release it out of these nurture soap molds. And I slipped, well, I got a little bit heavy-handed with the pouring, and I actually took it up to 3% this time round. And I don't know if adding that little bit of extra sodium lactate has caused the issue or if it's just my recipe that it really doesn't like. But you know what? I've been lucky in the past when I've had soaps that have moved like that, and I've always had a really nice inside. So we'll wait and see. So I'm going to put some of this on the top. Tiara sent me this one. I don't know if that's actually focusing or not. This is an Eco Glimmer biodegradable glitter, and it is called Apple Teeny, and it's got all those sort of perfect pineapple colors. And no, I still haven't bought my pots down to the shop to put these gorgeous glitters into that Tiara sent me. So I'm just going very, very carefully with that bit of sprinkle, because we all know that glitter makes everything better. Now, before this sets up too much more on me, let's get our little pineapples on here, and I'm going to just put one. Oh, it's actually not that hard. Usually if they set up that quickly, the soap becomes so hard that you can't get your embeds in, but this one is looking good. I absolutely love how I did these. So I rolled up a piece of yellow soap dough, and then I just put a little bit of brown and green onto it as well, and then rolled it until it kind of mottled through. I then put a little crosshatch design on each of the little shapes, And then I made up some soap and I piped on the little leaves just to make them look like little pineapples. Absolutely love how they've come up. And you know what, I'm really liking how this actual soap is coming together as well, looking really, really pretty. The color, it's actually going this beautiful orangey yellow. It might stay that color, might actually go back after it's finished doing its thing. I do want to add just one more thing, because I've been doing this a lot lately with the soaps. I am going to put just a bit of Blizzard mica across the top as well, just to give it that really good bit of shine. If ever your mica's actually not spraying out of these pumps well, just give it a tap and it frees up the little bit that pulls the mica up, and then it will start going again. And there it is. There is my Pineapple Magic soap. It smells really, really good and I'm really pleased with how it's looking. I'm going to leave it sit overnight and we'll be back in just a moment and we'll cut it open and see what's happened on the inside. Alright, so we are here to cut into our very naughty Pineapple Magic soap. It does have some redeeming qualities. It is looking beautiful, a couple of little air pockets, but I'm not too worried about that. And it smells good and it's looking good as well. It's definitely a very hard bar of soap. What I'm going to do is pop it on here, get it lined up. I have made sure that my strings are all lovely and tight because I haven't had a chance to cut this since I molded it, so it's been sitting on my side probably just a little bit too long, and hopefully it's not too hard. Oh, I was just thinking oh no, it's nice, and then it just went suddenly hard, but we're through. And let's go from the end. Ooh, that's pretty. That is the inside. I like how that looks. Really like that yellow, how the yellows have swirled together in there, the yellows and the whites. Love the little pineapple too, it's so cute. Grab this one here. Looks like a little bit of a sunrise over a meadow. Not quite what I was after. Maybe it's a pineapple field, so you can see all the tops of the pineapple and the sun coming up. But whatever it looks like, I am super happy with how it has come together. It does smell really good. I've got the camera in a slightly different spot to what I normally have it, so I'm struggling to get it in view. There we go. And those little pineapples and the top on there as well. I absolutely love how it's come together, and it does. I've had this real burst of pineapple smell. So despite it being a very naughty fragrance, it is a beautiful, by the looks of things, bar of soap. Really, really happy with it. There is another one. I think these are all going to be very, very similar just because of how thick it got. But you know what? I've still got that bit of a swirl in there. I must admit, I get so lucky when I get these accelerating fragrances in that I still get quite a nice pattern on the inside. That one's really nice, but I've got a bit of a funny cut. That's the second time that wire has cut funny on the soap. I think I'm going to need to have to replace that. Must have a bit of a blunt wire, because even though your wires don't snap on here, they do need replacing before they snap sometimes. So I'm going to say that one actually does need doing. But as I was saying, I always get pretty lucky with my swirls when the soaps accelerate this fast. And I think I have got very lucky with it again. Really, really pleased. So I hope you've enjoyed watching how I made my Pineapple Magic soap. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until the next video comes out, I hope you have a good one, and I will see you then. Bye.